welcome back to another Saturday morning creative session. And today what I wanted to do is to work on a dragon piece. So last week I did the koi fish and shared that with you guys, and I got a lot of good feedback on that. So I decided, you know what? I think I'm going to try to maybe do like a Chinese dragon type of plaque this time, keeping with that Asian theme and doing maybe a dragon and maybe even a phoenix in the future. So what I'm doing is I got some water-based clay on a board and just started to kind of draw in the shape. I flattened it out, got myself a nice, sturdy plaque. And I started out figuring out where I want to put the head and then drawing in the line of the body and exactly where I wanted to put everything. And here you see me kind of starting to add some clay, just adding in some worms just to kind of build up the shape of the body, making sure that everything kind of still flows together, still works, and just kind of blocking it in and blocking in the head as well. Now the head's going to kind of stick out or kind of face forward, and the rest of the body is going to kind of twirl and kind of swirl around it. So I blocked everything in, and now here I'm just kind of smoothing out the shapes and using a couple of flat tools, just kind of making sure that the forms are round, making it a little bit thicker towards the middle where the body would be. It goes a little bit thinner towards the head as well as towards the tail. And so just keep going with that and kind of making sure everything's clean there. And then next what I'm starting to do is actually figure out how I want this to kind of twist and turn. Because when you notice the Chinese dragons in the artwork and such, the body twists and turns a lot, and so I had to create a couple spots to where I wanted the underside to show, as well as the back spine, whether I was actually going to add a spine to it or not. But I went ahead and drew a few lines on there and just kind of followed the shape of the dragon and drew a few lines for the underside, almost like the underside of a snake or a serpent. So then placing the head back on and just kind of filling in the shapes, seeing exactly where I want to go with it and how far I decide I want to take it. And just kind of shifting it around. I got the horns on there right now because I wanted to see how that was going to look, if I wanted to do the horns like that, if I wanted to do them a little bit longer, how far on there I wanted to kind of play with them. I also got the arms and the legs added in there. I had to kind of mess around with those because if you look at a lot of the styles of Japanese artwork and the Chinese dragons, the arms kind of in a lot of those drawings are in weird places. You always have the hands on both sides up top and the legs on both sides at the bottom, but yet you still have the dragon kind of swirling back and forth all over the place. So with this, I kind of had to find exactly where I wanted to put them because I want to make sure that on mine, it actually sticks with it and is actually on the right part of the body and not just kind of on one side of the body here and one side of the body there. So here I am, just kind of keep going with this piece, and I'm going to show you guys exactly where I got to in this first session. Alright, so what I'm going to do is show you guys what I got so far. So here is what we were able to come up with today. Now, this is going to take a little while, so I'm going to go ahead and I wanted to give a few sessions on this one. So this is part 1 of 2, maybe 3, depending on what we kind of get into next time. But we did get in and do a basic shape and try to start to figure out exactly where we're going to put our dragon, how we're going to fill it in. And so now I want you guys to kind of take this, go with it, and see what you can kind of create and come up with. And next week we'll jump back in and we'll do a little bit more work on them. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go out there, get creative, have a blast, and show me what you make. I'll see you guys next week.